Alright guys, what is up? I am TheyComing. Welcome to the stream. Realize I need to turn a light on real quick. Hold on a second. Alright, got my light on. Got the light on, we're ready to go. My hair is looking crazy today, so hopefully that's a good thing. Well, let's get right into it. I'll put the headset on, try to block some of the madness from you. Alright, so we're here. What's up, nerds? Happy Friday. What's up, Zudos Gaming? What's up, Elmo? How's it going, brother? Welcome to the stream. And what has happened to my game image? Okay, that was very weird. Evidently, my cable did something very strange there. Okay, so anyways, we have a couple things to talk about. First and foremost, today is the last day of CWL for my Town Hall 18 in the clan tent. And there's an hour and 19 minutes left in this war. X Factor is our opponent. They are the second to last clan in this group. What's interesting to note is that we are what appears to be... Hold on a second. Have we completed all of our attacks yet? No, there's 3 hits. Bit has to hit twice. He has 2 accounts in the war right now. And then Gavin also has to hit once. So hopefully we'll be able to catch both of these... We should be able to catch both of these lives over the course of this stream today. The war will end mid-stream. And that will tell us if we're able to promote. Now, it's important to realize that Game of Cups... Game of Cups could theoretically lose against Dying Suns, and if Game of Cups does lose, we would hopscotch over them up to 5th. BKS is facing against T-Demand JP. They are done with their attacks. All T-Demand needs to do is win a 2-star on their next hit to secure that war. That means that T-Demand would get the promo points. And, yeah. I'm not sure if that means that we can promote or not. BKS is done with their attacks. So if they don't win the war, they don't get bonus stars. We are probably going to win this war. And we would get bonus stars. So we can put up 9 more stars. So I guess with bonus stars, we could win and be in the 4th slot and hopscotch up to the 4th slot, maybe even 3rd. But no, if T-Demand wins, then they would maintain 3rd. We would be 4th. So there's a good chance. Elmo says 9 more stars and a win puts you at 330. Yeah. So 9 more stars and a win puts us at 330. BKS is already done. This is the highest that they can go. All that T-Demand JP needs to do is lock in their last hit as a 2-star, and that would mean that BKS would likely drop a slot, and we would hopscotch up to 4th. I think Game of Cups. Also, Game of Cups I think needs to lose, and Dying Sun still has 3 hits, so they would have to triple out, it seems, in order for us to promote. I don't know what the percentage on that war looks like. But yeah, the finish is going to be tight. It's going to be a tight finish. It's going to be really close, but I think there's an opportunity that we actually do promote in the 4th slot. Either way you promote, even if T-Demand loses, if the player doesn't attack, win the war you promote, lose, and too bad. Yeah. I think that we are looking, we have a solid chance of promotion based on how the season has shaped up. They did throw me into this war after I played in the first 2 wars and got the dreaded 99 on my 2nd war, and then they threw me into this last one here, and I was able to triple. Actually, this is the attack. I'll go ahead and show it real quick. This base should look familiar if you've been watching my streams. I found this base in war not very long ago and brought precisely the same strategy. Took the same queen entry, made a I think a couple changes. I think I was trying Dragon Riders the first time that I found this base in a war. And instead, I just swapped to all dragons, only a couple extra loons. Put one test loon down to try to protect my queen's healers here. Don't end up finding a trap. But queen gets all the way in. I make sure she takes the expo and eliminates the gold mine, and also the wizard tower. In fact, I probably could have got out before the wizard tower went down. But then the redeployment is down here at the bottom. And you can see I'm basically cutting both sides of the path to send the dragons directly at the revenge tower and hit the core of the base. Up top, this move with the with the angry jelly on the dragon duke, I send the duke directly at the town hall and overgrowth it before the invis goes off, so that my duke can fight the guardian, the defending dragon duke, and just make my life a lot easier when my queen or dragons make it over there. And that's exactly what I did on my previous go at this base. But you see queen is the bottom doing a nice job. Duke is taking damage, but you know, he's a tanky boy. I totem now. Duke does see the logger hitting the totem. He turns around, and then I get a really great combination pull of the clan castle onto the defending guardian. So I'm able to poison both and just find excellent value in being able to eliminate both of those things. At the same time, ability goes off or passive goes off, and it's enough to almost take out the logger, but not quite. You can see I get a tome across the core, have some troops break north, but at least I have the prince behind the bulk of the dragons that are left. And at this stage, all I'm really concerned about is making sure that I get tanking so that my duke is able to get to town hall and finish off this monolith. As soon as that monolith goes down, this attack is looking very much cooked. I do get a break for the queen to head in for the final Inferno Tower over at 9 o'clock. Orb is relatively low value, but, you know, able to totem the final air defense. The queen is going to, the third air defense, the queen is going to walk into the fourth. And at any point in time, I can drop the rage. The rage really was not necessary. I had plenty of time at the end of this attack. I also have 2 invis. I think I end up swagging one of the invis. And realistically could have swagged both, but just for security, making sure I don't run into any silly time issues, I go ahead and use one of the invisibility spells here just to send everything through. And it's an easy breezy 3-star. Even the action figure was intact. So good stuff. Wow, bro, you video ad show. Yes, there are. I have the settings for my live streams are set to low ad frequency. So yeah, shakalaka boom. What's up, Kofta? How's it going? Kofta, how's it going, brother? Pretty ballsy to go into 2 I've hit the base before with air and crushed it both times. And although the walls are pretty low level on this base, I don't think the walls didn't make the difference. It was all about having the, you know, the defense levels. This guy was pretty high up, you know, on the upper half of his team's war map. So there's that. What's up, King Brian? Long time no see, King. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well, man. What games are you playing these days? So anyways, we have a bunch of other 3-stars that we can show off. This, and I don't want to throw shade on Steezy for this, but I actually saw this attack live. He attacked, I think, right around the same time that I did, so I was online. He might have attacked right after me. Couple attacks after. Wait. Few attacks after mine. Yeah, we were all online around that time, and I saw this attack live, and I want to show this attack because there's some things about it that I think players can learn from, like specifically related to the opener here. So I'm going to press play. I'm going to show a 99% 2-star fail. This came down to, you know, 1 HP survive on the final structure, and it was just time. It was just time. So he opens up with this Duke Walk, and just watch the timer. Watch the attack timer. Okay? He is able to get the Clan Castle dealt with the Dragon Duke. And he's going to actually be able to go all the way in and get this Revenge Tower out, which is pretty massive. And, but look, you know, he's taken 30 seconds so far. He is going to be able to get this Archer Tower right here. He's got one more Invis spell to use. He does deploy it. And he's just trying to create the pathing for his dragons here. But look at the timer. 2 minutes and 8 seconds. 2 minutes and 8 seconds. 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Pause. Okay, so 2 minutes and 3 seconds. 2 minutes, 4 seconds. The Dragon Duke falls. 1 second expires. And there's this big moment of time where nothing is happening. Finally puts the RC down. Now, when I see a player pause like this, what this tells me is that your scout and your plan was not mentally rehearsed. When you guys see me looking at bases before I hit them, I'm usually going through this plan in my head as I formulate it, and I'm voicing that out. I will then probably voice the plan at least 2 to 3 more times before I hit. And that's me talking to myself. So when there's such a massive pause of nearly like 8 seconds in the middle of the hit and you end up time failing, this is precisely why. Also, I would argue that once you've deployed your last Invis spell onto your Dragon Duke, put the RC down and go. You no longer need to look at the Duke. You don't need to watch the Duke die. He's dead. You're not going to, if you don't have any more spells, any more plans to keep him alive, take your eyes off that hero. Immediately start the next thing. It's when plans aren't fully planned. And I think this is one of those instances. And it's pretty clear that the mental rehearsal for this hit was just not there. And it ended up resulting in this 2-star 99. The other thing is he plays these Inferno Dragons. He loses the Inferno Dragon on the right after taking 1 structure. And now he plays the Dragons. There's 1 minute and 40 left, and he has got to take 76% of the base, man. I would argue that the second he dropped his RC, popped the Seeking Shield, and the Rocket Spear, he should have been attacking. He should have sent the Dragons instantly. Dragons and RC could have been sent at the same time. Now, what we're looking for here is us to triple out, or for every 2-star that they drop, we have 1 more opportunity. They've already 2-starred. They 2-starred their first hit, and it's a lower percentage than our 2-star. So let's see how this guy does. Backs Beef. This might be 50-50 Legend and CWL Finale. Really want to see how these guys perform. They haven't really hit a whole lot so far. This is also really odd up at the top, I think. Just naked dropping the Skywagon. I mean, to be fair, there's not a ton up there that's messing with him. I would almost like to see a Lava Hound come down if he's going to run all that stuff directly into that air defense. Well, let's see how it shapes up. Still has the tome. Gonna pop it now. He's driving straight towards the Town Hall. Now, this is deadly because he's about to hit a Rage compartment with the Revenge and 2 Infernos. He does have an Overgrowth. He does have 3 totems. He does have a Rage spell. Let's see if he's going to run into any issues. It's looking relatively strong, as is. Decides to Rage there. Sends the Prince. Okay. It's looking strong. I feel like this is a 3-star. He's still got to deal with this Logger, though. Logger? Yeah, there's not a whole lot left on the base. He still has 1 more revive. Can bring back his queen if he needed to. Can bring back the duke. His duke is full HP, though. This is looking wrecked. He's got a minute and a half. Very quick attack. Interesting to throw his Sky Wagon for the funnel. Honestly, very interesting. The Sky Wagon really did take, you know, probably around 15% of the base by itself. And it wasn't used as, you know, additional fodder for his dragons. So GG to that. Actually looked kind of nice. Bro, my clan war win streak is 72 is done. That's what's up, man. 3% 10 is on. I think we just got our 100th war win streak earlier this week. Congrats. Let's see. Promoting Town Hall 15 to Dragon 32. That's what's up, man. Congratulations. Congratulations. Warden Super Archer. Really? At Town Hall 15? I would have never thought. Okay, 100. Okay, great. All right, let's go here and look at William's hit. William overkilled this as far as I remember. Oh, there's lives are important, though. We are crossing our fingers for another 2-star because that would, I think, all but lock it up. Our last 3 hits are 2 guys. One guy has 2 accounts. Gavin has 1 in this war. Or Gavin may have already used one of his hits, but Gavin has a hit to use, and then Bit has 2. And both of those players are, Gavin specifically is very consistent. So if we can soak a 2-star, I think that would lock the war up for us. All right. Not a ton by way of funneling here. Man, that Duke not taking out the Super Wizard Tower actually caused a lot of problems. Duke now moving. Ooh, NATO trap plus the poison. Okay. It's still looking strong, though, I have to say. He does get the revenge down. Good Sui Queen to the outside. This queen has been very safe this whole time. Really, really nice value out of his queen. His queen has got infinity value, living her best life. This is a 3-star GG's. He can bring back either the Duke, any hero he wants it at this point if he needs it, but there's way too much in the air and there's only 2 structures. It's GG's. Very nicely done to Bax Big Beef. Good stuff, man. All right, let's check out Omar's hit. I think we started William's hit. Now, I love seeing Omar's attack. He's bringing the super minions. This is actually like a very high legend strategy. And he almost fails this. This is like a last second buzzer beater. You see the war timer 2:59. I think the clock was like about to strike 0 and he gets the final hit in. There's a live. Oh my gosh. Okay, we might just be catching all lives today. Because it is the end of the war, right? All right, so David's going in. Does a little bit of inexpensive funneling with the handful of balloons at the bottom. Ooh, he wants that RC to turn for the revenge. Okay, she does. Going to go ahead and Skelly. I'm not really sure if that skeleton got him anything here. He loses her very quickly. So she gets the revenge, but now she's dead. And I feel like the skeleton spell is probably swagged. Honestly, I think saving that skeleton for when he was actually going to fight the monolith later on probably would have been better. Well, let's see if it's going to matter. He is missing some levels on his Dragon Duke. A level 10 Dragon Duke is a sight to behold. He's also missing some levels onto, I mean, his heroes in general. He's going to rage. He is fighting a sweeper, though. Has to freeze the sweeper. Okay. And then he's going to push towards the monolith by itself. That monolith, I think, is actually completely wrecked to that swarm. But let's see. The raged up scatters are still popping off. Going to take the Duke finally. Good orb from David to hit the scatters, the Guardian. And he's got one more totem. The question is, does he have the gas? 4 expos can be a lot of damage. But I feel like it's locked up. Yeah. GG to David. GG. Okay. Okay. I'm going to actually hit the 2x on this raid because I feel like we're going to get interrupted if we don't 2x these attacks. 4x to get through the opener, like at the very start of the attack again. And this goes sideways almost immediately, by the way. But this was like the most clutch ending. Just barely, and I mean barely, got this done. He even wastes an invis spell on the Super Wizard Tower over there, which is unfortunate. But look at his Warden. Look at his Warden. This Revenge Tower kills the Warden. And now he's got healers that are getting completely smoked by an air defense. Is able to get his CC troops in there to deal with the Revenge Tower, but the healers are gone. All that space is gone, and now it's up to a Queen Sui and a Dragon Duke Sui, and the Dragon Duke goes down now. If the Dragon Duke did not have the Phoenix here, this would have certainly failed. Every single bit of time and DPS mattered here. The Queen barely survives the Logger. He has one more super minion. Gonna throw it in now to assist the Queen so she doesn't take too much damage. And now it's, look, it's an Inferno Tower and an Expo and a storage. One taps the Inferno. Queen at level 110 has enough HP barely to come all the way around and tap this out with just a fraction of a second left on the timer. I actually saw the clock strike 1 when I watched this live, and I was like, he's gonna time fail, and then he didn't. Williams under attack. Let's go. His dragons have missed. Oh boy. Is this a problem? He still has the overgrowth though, so this might not... Is he overgrowth? He doesn't overgrowth the rage. Oh my god, dude. Are we kidding? Why would he do that? The rage tower is popping off. He gave the defender maximum value there. He's still got to deal with two scatters. He still has the revive though. I feel like with the revive, the Duke by himself would probably have it. I think this is still wrecked. I mean... Even brings back the Prince. Nice. Okay, wow. I would not have expected him to overgrowth where he did, if I'm being real. I would have expected him to see that Rage Tower go off and instantly hit the overgrowth over that. Now, Omar perfectly calculated that attack. He's just goated like that, says Astral. I was actually kind of crapping my pants. I was like, please, no. No 2-star, no 2-star. Then he finally he barely gets it. All right. Dragonoid. Let's go, nerd. Show it to us. Would appear no Duke charge as an opener. So he's just going to send an arrow. Yep, arrow. No quakes. Is he backpacking? Nope. Just Suey Duke. Probably to funnel. That was interesting. What do the skeletons do? Well, he let half the entire skeleton spell expire. I don't know that he got any value from that. Okay. He's got so much, though. His army is still looking so strong. He still has 2 revives. Did he make it? Yeah, this is 100% wrecked. He still has the Dark Orb. He still has 2 revives. He still has a totem. He totems now. And this is completely cooked. Dragonoid, excellent attack, man. This entry looked way too simple up top. It just looked too easy. There's nothing that actually defends this now. Yeah, there's just... Wow. Wow. If they buff Meteor Golems, maybe they can be good. Yeah, I'm actually curious to see how they perform again. I remember when they first released them, I was like, oh, this troop is interesting. But I will say that at least at the beginning of Tunnel 18, they did feel a little broken. They definitely felt a little broken. So it's interesting to see them buff it, and then... But what you have to remember is the reason... Hold on a second. What is it? Okay, so Elmo was mentioning the Lava Launcher, which is part of what I'm about to say. Especially once Lava Launcher leaves, next set, better Bring It or Ground will dominate it again. Yes. So that's exactly what I was going to say. The reason why usage rates for Meteor Golems fell off so hard, and we got this, 50% win rate, right around the middle of the road established for the Meteor Golems, is because the Lava Launcher just made ground so much more perilous. And I think that with the buff, we'll have to see how they actually handle. I mean, I'm down to play a ground army that doesn't necessarily have to have a heroic torch, right? One thing I haven't tried yet is Queen Charge Meteor Golems. I wonder if that's going to be a thing, right? Because I don't have the torch. You just get a bunch of Meteor Golems in front of your Grand Warden. Okay. Queen's doing a great job with her funnel here. She is targeted by that scatter. Is taking some good damage. Let's see. Good use of the Skelly. Like, really just... I mean, Skeleton's doing really good stuff for him. Although, I mean, maybe it takes 2 shots. So it's... I don't know. Skellies can be really tricky to use to try to, deal with a monolith these days, because there's so much multi-target damage. Like, all it takes is a multi-target Inferno, a scatter shot, a ricochet to completely delete the skeletons that are on the ground, and then all of a sudden your troops are targeted anyway. This is looking wrecked. Yeah, it's very wrecked. He's still got a revive. He's got... Dude, this is basically like a minute-and-a-half triple. Or less? Is it less? Less than a minute-and-a-half. Minute and 26-second triple. Very well done to Vab15. Very well done. I watched. The Skeletons caught 2 mono shots since the Dragons were placed. Yeah. Wars without modifiers are way too boring. I tried LOL without. Torch Lava Launcher has too much time to cook you, but that was obviously pre-buff. Tried QC, all troop like Super Witches, Throwers, Super Yetis, etc. Nice. What's up, Mots? How's it going, man? Yeah, modifiers make CDO way more interesting. What do you mean? What do you mean? Huh? What do I mean? What do I mean? Huh? What do you mean? What do I mean? Good luck following that. I guess we were talking about skeleton spells. I can't always tell that skeleton spells get the tremendous amount of, like, the, you know, it being a premier sort of mitigating factor or mitigating spell against monoliths. Because there's so much splash, there's so much multi-target. The skeletons die way too quick, and then if anything is in range, your dragons still get locked onto. There's already modifiers in CWL. We don't have a modifier yet in this clan because we are still in Champion 1. We're hoping to promote to where we get to Titan 3 where there is a modifier. I think he means like in all CWL, not just the top 3. You know, I have mixed feelings on that idea. Like, should we make CWL at all leagues, you know, have some form of a modifier? The question is, what would the modifier be? Like, what would you do? I just don't know that having modifiers all the way up the league progression would be the best experience for all players. You know, people still want to go through, you know, that seven day attack cycle and, you know, just be able to war every day for a week, but only do one attack. I don't think we need to have modifiers in all leagues, particularly because you have to think about this at the lower leagues where we are in, for example, Crystal 2 in Dominant Tour. We're a clan that has Town Hall 12s, 13s, 14s, and 15s. In August, we're going to expand the range a little bit. But we are facing clans that are 18s and 17s already. So for us, that already feels like a modifier. I would argue if you start putting modifiers on the game, clans that are skilled absolutely cannot, you know, progress past a certain point. It's going to be impossible. So the only way for clans to promote is going to be to push, you know, level all their town halls, get all their players to progress. Game is not built for lower town halls at all. You'd make it more frustrating. But that's just the thing. I'm not frustrated in Dominant Tour seeing our opponents being 17s and 18s. I think that's interesting. I think that's fun. I think that presents a challenge. But I don't think adding another layer of challenge by putting modifiers on top of that is really something that would make me happy. I think I'd say, okay, you know what? You've turned the difficulty up way too high. And the average Town Hall 14, 15 player does not have the experience of, you know, the average Town Hall 18 player. Like, there's just, they would be, yeah, they should do something about mismatching. But Sharma, okay. When it comes to CWL, it's not about matchmaking. The game is not trying to match you versus a clan that looks like yours. The matchmaking is trying to put you against a clan that is also in your league. So, I was saying earlier, Dom is in Crystal 2. When we go to CWL once a month, we are going to be matched with clans that are in Crystal 2. It doesn't matter what the villages are. It's a different matchmaking system. It's not normal wars where they're trying to give you somewhat of an even, town hall spread, war weight, etc. for both teams. It's not trying to do that. The mismatch is fun, though. I feel it has practice hitting up. Absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree with that sentiment. And that's similar to what I just said a second ago. It's like, I would much rather be presented with a true challenge than have nothing but perfect wars. And the fact that we were actually able to streak against clans that, have stronger villages at the top of their war map, it just feels impressive. It's like, yeah, we can hang with those guys. Like, they need to get on our level. Like, wait till these accounts get to where they're at. We'll crush them, We almost got to Crystal 1. We were so close. Yeah, it was close. It was very close. Very few clans have a full set of beasts like that. I mean, but like Dom is sort of a mix. Like, some players are very, very consistent with their tripling. Some players are not. I'd say most of Dom, though, is pretty consistent. Pretty consistent. I don't mind perfects as long as they're not so easy to get. Yeah, true. And I totally feel that, that sort of fatigue of like, okay, well, we hit a perfect war, but we look at our opponent and it's like, because they have 17s and 18s at the top, they could trip through the front door of their house with their shoes tied and doo-doo in their pants and still 3-star in basically anything. And it's just hilarious watching some of these guys almost fail the attacks, but because they're just sitting on like 30 extra queen levels, their queen beats a wall and kills 3 defenses. It's like, oh my god. Maybe if I have an option to have them in regular war. Astral, I would take it. I would take it. But if I take that, like if I say I want to have modifiers, I would expect that there's something MacGyvered with matchmaking to where your top village is the top town hall of your opponent. So like, say the top villages you're taking into a war are town hall 15s. Your opponent can only top out at town hall 15. And if they're going to put the modifiers in, I would say, you know what? I'd also accept a small little ore boost, some other kind of bonus. But then, Farm War Alliance would do nothing but spin modifier wars because you get more ores. And then who would play normal wars anymore? And modifier wars would just be stupid and silly. Like, well, it doesn't matter if we lose because the difference between us losing the war and winning the war with the modifier is this % less. So if you just opt for the modifier every single time, even if you lose, you're doing better than you would if you lost in a normal war. I can see that being someone's, calculus mind trying to, just milk a system for something. So it's a tough thing to think about. Really is. But I have thought for a while, like, wouldn't it be cool if you could opt for a modifier? And then if you opt for a modifier, could they make the stakes higher? What if this? Ooh, I got an idea. It just hit me. What if they allow you to opt for a modifier? If you win, you get more. If you lose, you get less. What if that? So you don't just leave the ore values the same, but you say, okay, we're going to institute a modifier, and the winner of this war is going to get far more, and the loser is going to get even less than they would if they just lost a normal war. Let me know what you think of that. I have a claimant who failed in 18v16. That's pathetic. Yeah, most of them just use dragon spam. There are some like that in my clan also. FW Day was made needed by ores. Upgraded my heroes just fine. I skip ores because back then I didn't need ores, but now skipping so many ores means your equipments will never get upgraded. This clan promoting, it's going to be very tight. That's why we're watching the end of this war. We need to win the war. And if we're able to triple out, which 38 minutes, are we ready? Hello? Last 3 attacks? Okay, there he is. Woof. Literally, he logs in the second I'm like, what's going on? What's going on here? I don't know, man. I don't know. And my hair is looking absolutely old man right now. You guys can really tell I'm balding, honestly. My hair right up on my forehead here is getting thinner and thinner. There was I think it was last year or the year before, I was using some sort of like this oil that you put in your hair, like you sort of like massage it into your scalp a little bit, and it's supposed to help your hair a little bit. Couldn't tell that it was working, but it did kind of tingle. So all good. Good luck, dude. Let's give him an emoji so he knows we're not mad. I'm really not mad. I'm just like wondering. I think the clan is rightfully concerned. I like to be overwhelmingly positive, as opposed to, why the hell aren't you here? And then you spin the guy up and he gets emotional right before his hit and he fails, and then he throws his phone out the car, and then he can't play the game for 3 weeks because his phone's broken. All right. 36 minutes, though. Epic conclusion. I have, like, totally mistitled this stream. I didn't realize when I started that the enemy team was actually going to start popping off with attacks. But we need to see our last 3 triple. And we can also keep our eye on the scoreboard for these other wars. Woo! T-Demand! T-Demand won the war. They won the war. T-Demand won their war versus BKS. So that means if we win this war, we do promote. But we have to get our stars in, right? BKS is no more stars to be gained. 324 is their final score. We need to put up 4 more stars. But we need to win our war too. So like, let's just hope that we triple out. So one condition has been met. T-Demand has beat BKS. BKS cannot jump up another 10 stars. So that means we have to beat 324. Game of Cups. Dying Suns, man. Game of Cups could jump up. Oh, man. But all we need to do is get 6 stars. If we outstar, if we get above 316, we guarantee it. So that's 2 triples. We need to get above 316. We would lose on percent destruction if my math is mathing. So we have to hit 317 to win. And hit 4th place. We have to. We have to hit 317. Because we have to beat Game of Cups. Game of Cups can get at most 326. You just need to win and get 6 stars out of 3 attacks. What you really need is winning this war. Yes, we have to win this war. We have to win this war. We have to hit 317 stars, win the war, and we get plus 10 for that, correct? Winning a war gives you plus 10, right? Yes, plus 10. So that's what I'm saying. We need to hit 317 because Game of Cups, that's as much as they can get. And they are in a good position to win, but Dying Suns could theoretically win instead. If Dying Suns win their war versus Game of Cups, it's over. We're in. Game of Cups looks more likely to lose, though, from the log. I mean, they hit 43. Dying Suns is yet to use 3 of their attacks. Let's look at let's see if Dying Suns is regularly using all of their hits. Dying Suns has put up a 43 in the last war. 43 on the first, 44 on the second. So it's not like they can't do it. They can. But their guys have to show up. There's a half hour left in the war. Easiest path to victory for us is to hit at minimum 317 and win our war. We have to win this war and we have to hit 317. With the war win bonus, we would go to 327 or higher, which would give us the win over Game of Cups, regardless of what their opponent, how their opponent finishes. Man, getting 40 plus stars each war and still not winning. Yeah, these the wars 2, 3, and 4 were heartbreakers. War number 2 is where I dropped to 99% 2-star. And if we'd won that war, I mean, to be fair, 2 other people failed. And then the next day, 2 people failed. And then the day after that, 4 people failed. After that happened, I would have thought there's no way that there's a chance for us to promote. I would have thought no way, right? But here we are. It's a bit of a nail biter. No, SMD now. What is SMD? Shake my... I know SMH, shaking my head. Bro, you pissing me off, Bit. Nobody's pissing anybody off. Gavin, just stop spinning them up. You want your clan to promo SMD. What am I missing here? What is this dumb drama? I have no idea. Hold on a second. What does SMD stand for? I'll pass on sharing that information with you. I'll let you figure out that one on your own, chat. I'll let you figure that one out on your own. Feel like I should have known that. Feel like I'm too old. Feel like I'm too old. Should have known that. Should have known that. Should have known it. Should have known it right off the top of my head. The max your clan can score is 9 more stars. How can you win? Well, they've dropped a 2-star on us. We dropped 1 2-star on them. Our 2-star is a 99. Their 2-star is an 88. If we triple out, we win the war by default. If they drop another 2-star on us, that gives us 1 more leeway attack where we could potentially fail with a 2-star and still win the war. What the hell are these clanmates doing? I have no idea. Some of these guys are they just like pull each other's chains constantly. Which is something I'm having to get used to. You know, it's not that like I don't have my own real life group of friends that we pull each other's chains constantly. It's just always a little different when you step into like an electronic environment like a clan. And you're having to like navigate the vibes. And at first it seems like people are just ripping into each other constantly, but they might know each other and they know they're joking around with one another, but you don't realize that because you're the outsider. That feels like me. And of course, Control Blazin'. What's up, man? Hope you're having a good day. And man, 27 minutes. This is going to be a long 27 minutes. But I feel like this is what we should be doing right now. This is like, I failed to realize that the war was going to be ending during my stream where I'm supposed to be doing my legend set. This is what we should be doing. We should be following the end of this. This is too close. When will the attack start? I don't know. We can hit a replay and just let something play in the background. 007 is a hot shot. This guy, if I remember this Duke charge, this Duke pops off. You should have put a post before telling us to make some popcorn. Ah. Well, you probably got time. Go put some popcorn in the microwave. Look at this Duke. 15%, 16%, 17, 18, 19%. He doesn't really have to invis there, I don't think. But he does. Invis cycles again. 24%. 25. 26. And it's live. Important. I'm under attack. Let's see it, dude. What you got? Not gonna lie. Gavin gave me this base, and I was trying to hit it myself with the monolith arrow, and I just couldn't do it. I turned it up to Legend 1. Could not seem to grab the triple. It took me like 6 attempts Like picking a different entry and all that. Interesting, he blimps. Did the clones hit? Is the attacker okay? The queen's dead. This is a fail. Let's go, dude! Yeah, there's no way, right? He has a revive. But he's gonna hit a bunch of air traps here. Oh, the black mine! Come on, come on, come on! I hate that bow is a ground bow. I hate the bow as a ground bow. Black mine again! He's out. He doesn't got anything else. Instant revive. He's got 1:23. His Duke has to go through 3 air defenses. And he's got to go down and then all the way back. This is a fail. This is a fail. Come on, come on, come on. That one minion might gum him up a little bit off the top. It's going to slow him down a little bit. But maybe not, maybe not. The minion should back into the archer tower before the Duke does. But he's losing all his HPs. Does have the Fireheart. Is going to get passive regeneration. 30 seconds. This is a time fail, man. There's just no way. Passive gets destroyed by the minion. W, dude. W. For sure, a fail. Wonderful. All right. All right. Good stuff. Let's go. Let's go. I think that that Super Yeti blimp got very little. You saw that they got trapped, and I don't think they got a whole lot. Like, if we had to watch that blimp again. Interesting that he used a real golem. Like to see people do interesting things. Okay, so there's his Super Yetis. Super Yetis get frozen. He didn't do anything to funnel down here, man. I think that was a mistake. Super Yetis get... What do they get? Do they actually take out the mono here? Do they connect? No. Okay. Yeah, his Super Yeti's got nothing. So he burned all that spell space for the core, but there was nothing for the Super Yetis to immediately hit. They were like in the middle of a isolated compartment. And it just kind of, he got 0 value. There are no defenses. That blimp was painfully ineffective. Yeah, I actually totally agree with that. It's all farce. They won't actually do the attacks. No, they're in the chat. Gavin, if Gavin would not miss an attack, he's our code leader. Duke charge gonna be tough in the future because Duke is getting nerfed. It is getting nerfed. It'll be interesting to see how much it actually affects it, though. All right, T-Dizzle is under attack. Again, is this the same guy putting a golem down in front of a queen? You don't see that too often. I feel like this is the same guy. He's sort of copy-pasting an army here. I don't know that he needed to put down the golem in the first place. I think he probably could have delayed it. But we'll see how this plays out. He's going to tome now. Okay. It's the same attack. Super Yeti clone. Or is it regular Yeti clone? No, that's Super Yetis. Bro, is this a 1-star? This could 1-star. Nah, there's his Duke. His Duke should be able to come in here and handle business. Stun blasters. Yeah, this means that Duke is going to be able to handle this. This is a 3-star. Okay. I thought for a second, then I realized he had not yet to deploy the Duke. But yeah, Duke by himself could come in here and just face tank the Logger. Logger's critically wounded anyways. He's going to revive the Prince, make quick work of the Logger, and finish it up. GG's. Well played, Captain Destructo. All right, so homie at least gets that one. But we're still sitting on 3 hits. And there's 19 minutes. They've got 5, we have 3. Again, number to promote is total 316 before our war win bonus. So A, win the war. B, get up to 317. Plus, so when you add 10 to 317, we would then be at 327, which no matter what happens with Game of Cups, we would win. Game of Cups looks like they're going to win this war. Can only go up to... Wait, did they triple that? Can they do it with 6 more? Okay, so Dying Suns has 2 more hits. It looks like they just picked up a 3-star, which they needed to do to win. So if Game of Cups loses, then it's just over, right? But we have to get up to total 317, and we're in like the last 18 minutes of this war. Dying Sun's got a 3. Yep. Let's hit, see what Jimmy did. These bases don't work anymore, man. Monolith arrow attacks on these bases are brutal. Queen just goes crazy on this. You can create too pristine of a funnel for dragons. You just completely smash. What happens up here? Does he get good value? He's out of invis. Puts the dragons right down where he started the Duke. I don't know about that. Let's see how it shapes up. Also, his Warden offset feels very strange. Live. All right, Kittle's groin. Is that what it says? It's an odd one. Again, I'm not sure what the obsession with golems are. Like where did this guy get the golem part of the opener? I haven't seen it before. It's interesting. Again, throwing the Super Yeti blimp and into the town hall. He pre-rages. Does get clones. Are those regular Yetis? I think he actually ended up cloning regular Yetis. Multis just roasted their value, though. The fact that that rapid... Oh! Meteor Staff got it out. No doubt, Dark Orb paired. Stun Blaster. Okay, so his Duke has the Stun Blaster and a revive. It's looking wrecked, I think. Yeah, this is looking very wrecked. Yeah, too much. Plenty of time. GG's. Pow. Okay. Man, when these guys are tripling... Dude probably heard Meteor Golems were getting buffed and got it wrong. Says, oh, I've seen one or two people using it in esports. The Golem opener. Interesting. So Golem in front of the Queen. Plus, he's also dropping 2 of the Yetis. And his CC is a Super Yeti and a regular Yeti. That's interesting. In that attack, it looks like he cloned the regular Yeti, not the Super Yeti. I'm still not convinced that he got crazy value from that. I mean, he triples, right? I guess the biggest part of it was like making sure that the core was gone, so the pathing, because once he got that sort of island of stuff that's in the center out, there are different compartments, but it all sort of functioned as this single little island, right? Like that stuff being the island. As soon as he got that out, the rest of this is so like just ringed up for him just to move around. As long as he had the bulk, a little bit of spell support for that, made it pretty easy. Also, Stun Blaster on Duke. Don't see a lot of people using Stun Blaster. See lots and lots of Electrofangs. Electrofangs. Backpack. But these days, it's probably mostly Electrofangs and Fireheart. Got 13 minutes. We need 3 hits to happen, man. But the fact that these guys aren't attacking, making me nervous. Making me nervous. But bits and pieces and a little bit and Gavin have had perfect performances so far in CWL. And those are the 3 attacks that we have left. From 2 guys that have perfect records on 2 different accounts. We just need the attacks to come out. That's all we need. There will be new armies coming after balance changes. They failed twice. They failed once early in the war. Savage Chad dropped an 88%, and they failed on me live on the YouTube and the Twitch at 92%. We have failed once at 99%. So we're doing very good. Sorry, guys. Just got home. All right, good. He's home. With 11 minutes to go, he needs to rip off 2 hits. 2 hits. Imagine getting stuck in traffic. There he goes. All right, we're in. Last of 3 attacks. Super important. That animation of that arrow looked kind of crazy. Look at the Duke funnel value here. Norley. Is he gonna tome up? Tome. Nice. He's pushing, is looking okay. Man, Duke is a savage. Those Electro Fang chains are just so good. Oh! The queen is not seen by the Duke. That was a sight. It's looking good though, right? He still has the overgrowth. He could drop it now. Just go ahead and hit the overgrowth. Go ahead and hit the overgrowth. Bring the Duke back. Or the queen. Or the Duke. All right. Oh my God. Freeze the thing, man. Never mind. He's good. Oh man, here I am sweating. Desperately not wanting us to have a fail. But who is ever worried? It's Bit. Nice. We got 1-3. Got 2 more. So that puts us up to 314. Another 3-star. Gets us above 3, gets us to 317, which is one of our marks in order to guarantee the promotion. And then, of course, winning the war. Here comes Gavin. Gavin's in. Big deal. Big deal. Doesn't quite get the south side air defense on the right. Does get the top one. Wants the queen to go left, but she's going to go right. Would have been nice to walk her directly into that second air defense. I'm sure, I think that's what he thought was going to happen there. Unfortunately, he is losing value because of the Inferno Dragon sitting over the Dragon Duke's shoulder, slowing him down. He is going to go ahead and totem. Queen dies, but he should clear the compartment, right? Not quite. He needs the scatter though. Get the scatter. He does get the scatter. Okay. Two minutes. The dragons are in. This is usually good for time. Making sure that you have your dragons on the field by the 2-minute marker usually prevents issues with time. He's pushing. Rage goes off. Tome. Okay. And he's going to overgrowth over there. So he wants to get through the core as quickly as he can. And then head straight into the town hall compartment. But the army splits. This is always nerve-wracking when this happens. Luckily, his prince was able to throw a really good dark orb across the Guardian and the 2 remaining heroes that are on the field. So I think it's fine with 1 more revive in the bag in over 60 seconds. He's got plenty of force and plenty of time to clean this one up. Doesn't even really need the extra revive. Picks the queen up just for good measure. Just to have some fun. Let her see the end of the day. Queen taking out the logger was good. Yes, it was on that last hit for sure. All right. We have hit 317. Number 1, accomplished. What this also tells us is as long as we accept a safe 2-star on this next hit, we should win the war and promote. Ideally, we will triple, but we must 2-star and we need to keep the percentage above, what's this? 88, 92. We're at 9, so we're missing 1%. This guy's missing 8 and 12. They're missing 20%. So you do the math on that. We have 19% to play with. But a 3-star seals it and guarantees the promo. Let's check in with the other clans because their war should be ending as well. Season info. What am I doing? Alive. Let's look at BKS. T-Demand JP did lock that one up. BKS will not be getting bonus stars. Game of Cups. One more attack from Dying Suns to come in. 2-star would tie the stars. 3-star would win the war for Dying Suns and make this even more comfortable for us. But we know that because we're 1-star up now, if Game of Cups does win, as long as we also win, we will be at least 1-star ahead of them because we both get 10-star bonuses. So waiting for this last attack to come in. It's going to be super clutch. Let's see the last attack and then talk about BKS is going to be knocked out of that. Yeah, BKS will get dethroned by us here. We need this last triple though. 3 minutes on the clock. Looks like these guys here, X Factor, they might Trojan War this at the very end and just throw 4 attacks at the wall simultaneously. I don't like when people are trying to concentrate on getting their attacks off. I don't like to type in the clan chat, if we do this, then we can do this. If we do this, then we can do this. Especially in like these wars with Tent. These CWLs are a lot more stressful. Dom, much more. Do your best. We're going to be outmatched. Just do your best and have fun. All right. Bit is in. Last attack. Triple and promote. Bring it home, Bit. This would give him perfect CWL on 2 different Town Hall 18s. Gavin just completed his perfect CWL across 2 Town Hall 18s. So let's make sure he gets this. He's going to Sui Mr. Duke right there between the air defenses. Did he get both? He gets 1. But does complete the Dragon Funnel nicely to drive everything directly in to the short-range tower. Still has his tome. He's going to use it now. He starts heading into the Rage Scattershot section. He overgrowths the Revenge Tower, one of the Spitters, and an Inferno. Wakes up the Duke. Duke is going to start pushing alongside the Dragons. And with one more revive in the bag, he needs to be able to get this last air defense out of the way. Then he's really just got to worry about this logger here and the Revenge Tower. Orb does not necessarily go where he would have wanted. Does get the air defense down. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Can we get through this? I think he's going to get it. He's going to splash it all out, right? No! Nevertheless, that's a win of this war. We end on 319. We were saying we had to end on 317 or higher to guarantee outpacing Game of Cups, because Game of Cups was maybe going to win, but it turns out they have lost. So now we don't have to worry about Game of Cups. They do not get a war win bonus. BKS was the other one that we had to worry about, but BKS was facing off against T Demand. So the number 3 and the 4 faced off in the final round. BKS lost. And here are the season results. Tint promotes. 329 stars. Could it have been better? Absolutely. But I'll take a nail biter finish. Well, he's not getting bonus medals. I mean, he had 2 18s. He was perfect on one account, and he missed one building on the other. I'm not going to give him that much. There we go. It's a dub. Tint promotes. The first thing Gavin says is, how you fail that base? It was the weakest base on the map. Gavin digs into people when they fail, typically. All right, so that's that. We end up promoting, man. That's the way the cookie crumbled. That's the way it crumbles, boys. That makes me so happy, actually. That was kind of exciting to watch. It's funny that both of our fails were 99s. This was a time fail. This one was a Dragon Duke. Just didn't quite have enough HP. But these percentages here, 92 and 88, meant that, like I said, even if we 2-starred, as long as we didn't, get like a low 80% 2-star, we were surely guaranteed to win on percentage. There we go. Promotion, baby. Where's my exclamation point? Woo! All right. Going to, what is it now? Season info. We have now promoted to Titan 3. My clan is going to Champ 2. Wait, did that guy just join to say hello? I just did perfect against Cup, so y'all can win. That's funny. So the guy over here, hold on. So the guy, Dying Suns. The guy came over from Dying Suns. I actually want to see details. He was in it. I guess he's not in the clan right now. He's over here, but where's this clan from? France. Nice. GG, well played. To all. Did I put L? No, all. Your fourth place was 349. Oh boy. 329 is so low it's crazy. Yeah. Don't think we deserved it. If I'm being real. Like when you look at sort of how the rounds played out, multiple days where there were 2, 3, or even 4 fails. That's not good. That's really not good. But if you be more polite next time and attack on time, I'll go on a date with you. Okay, the boys are now getting frisky in the chat. Okay, guys, I need to use the bathroom real quick. When I come back, I'll do a handful of my legend hits. Maybe check in with my 14 and my 15. Make sure my builders are active. But give me just a second. Put up a 90-second timer on the screen. When it counts 0, I will resume. So I encourage you to take a lap around your house, get something to eat or drink, or you can use the bathroom like I'm about to do, but don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. We're back. Before you ask, yes, I washed my hands. Feeling good. We're feeling right. We're going to do a handful of legend hits. Kind of cap off the stream. I know I titled the stream Legend. Ended up showing a bunch of CWL, but it was too exciting not to show. It's too fun not to show. Oh, boy. Okay. So, here's the army that I've been playing around with last several days, making sure that my stuff is what I have set it to. I'm not opting for quakes. I'm looking just to take air defenses and sweepers with arrow and backpacks respectively. Not necessarily trying to play the queen and the duke together, but playing them, posing corners, posing positions, and just sending dragons. And doing a little bit of finger crossing and hoping for the best. I've gotten off the monolith arrow. I've not found it to be particularly consistent. And I just want to see how this works out. We'll do, let's see. We have 30 to do. I'll do 6. So let's go. First hit. Equipment. Pets. Yes. Okay, let's go. This is where I wish I had quakes. Ooh, God. I think I could get all the air defenses with a good arrow. Easy backpack, right? Didn't quite get that top one. It is what it is. One out there. Duke's in it. Okay. Drop those. I'm gonna overgrowth that. He goes down. He's gonna go to the right. Why did my my Warden go where he went. I just don't quite understand. Goes in. Invis the Duke. Bro, I feel so bad about that. That was terrible. I have so many spells. I just didn't use my spells. Should I be going Electro Dragons if this is how I'm going to play? No, not even close. Do it again. And it's a rip. Oh. Sad day. 424 medals. Cool stuff. All right, next up. Am I supposed to be like... I thought I didn't need... I honestly did not think that I needed to spell so early there. I thought with the tome that more of my stuff was going to live, but it didn't. Let's do it again. Why so many invis? Some for the Duke. Can we hit the bottom air defense? Yeah, that should, right? Good. Now, I think also... Sweepers. He's over there. Poison. Cool. Freeze. Totem. I'm going to do this here now. And wake the Duke up here. Have him pushing. Do you. That was a bad situation. All right, we get the air defense. We still have our Dark Orb. Can we make some of that stuff cut for the center soon, like more quickly though? That would be nice. Ooh, I don't like that. Freeze. Oh no. We still have a totem. Totem you. It's gonna be close, but I think if we just invis Sneezy here. Okay. We got it. I shouldn't have thrown those archers. Realized it after I did it. Okay. GG. We eked that one out. Next. This time I did not get the message of receiving bonus medal, even though I clan chat has written that I got medals, and now I don't even know whether I received them or not. If you see it in the chat, it means you got it. I'm not sure what you mean. I feel like I've hit this before and it was tough. All right, I'll take it. I'll fly Duke to Queen this time. Invis once here. I hate that he dies right there. That's just so obnoxious. All right, you're going in now. I hate that all those dragons spread one direction. I'm gonna do this here. Orb there. Wake you up now. Need the air defense gone. Okay, we get it. Good stuff. Okay. I keep making this error where I just don't spell when I really should. I also have all these rocket loons and balloons that are just like... I keep making that mistake where I just don't spell when I should. I end up losing the raid with spells in hand. It just makes me feel dumb. 4 exit. We can't even play the... Got up to 80. Pretty bad. Invis, spells, no quakes. Correct. I'm not even going for the combination right now. I'm just trying to get value by taking out air defenses and sweepers. Sweepers. You get the backside too? You do. Good. Turn down. Good job. See if he'll go in. He does. We'll invis him once. Invis him again. Oh, that's terrible. Wasted invis. Baby dragon over here. Poison. Totem. Do this here. Do this here. Ready to overgrowth like this. Totem. Baby dragon. Revive the Duke. Freeze you. Freeze you again. Okay, Revenge is dead. Do this. Can we get the monolith? Nice. GG. Good stuff. All right, found the crack on that one first try. Nice, 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 nice. Will you stream on your Tunnel 15? I said I was going to do 6 hits and then check on those accounts. I will stream the Tunnel 15 on, like, actually stream it probably tomorrow a little bit. I think I will stream. Wait a minute. I'm going to the pool tomorrow. Next time I plan to go live is Sunday. And on Sunday, I already know that I need to do more Legends hits. Although what I'll probably do this week is do a substantial portion of my Legends set not live, and then do like maybe another 6 hits or so live on Sunday, but it won't make it a full 2-hour stream of just Legends on Sunday. It'll probably be a mixture on Sunday. All right, next, see if we can get it done. All the sweepers are at the top. I could go sweeper air defense. I think sweeper air defense works here. Sweeper 2 air defense, is that? Okay. I don't know if I'm going to hit this. Well, we hit the backside. And we hit the backside and the other sweeper and the air defense. Hey, it all worked out. It all worked. I am just not really nailing my timings with that, am I? Tome up. Push on through, girls. We also pre-triggered the backside rage. I'm going to go this and this. I'm going to revive. We're going to overgrowth, and I'm going to revive. So it's just going to be this kind of weird fight here. Okay. I think he's okay. Totem right here. I'm trying to totem. Freeze. Totem. Think we'll eke it out. Yeah, we do. Good stuff. Okay, sweet. Found it. Can you recommend me one deck for Town Hall 16? I mean, Root Riders and Valkyries, usually good option for Town Hall 16. Brett says, go wipe. Went 2.9 stars. Average sheet, dude. Brett, stop trolling, dude. Stop trolling. Go wipe. All right, we get one more hit, and then we'll swap over. Do a little housekeeping for our lower level accounts. Also, remind you guys about what you should be doing for the event, because I think people really, really should be aware of a handful of stuff. He's not really offering me a fantastic arrow in any position, is he? So model is over there. Supercell. I guess. And we didn't even get that backside air defense, did we? Well, we did something. See if we can actually get her. And then he just dies. That's just lovely. Poison. She dies. Okay. Well, we didn't really get much of a funnel at all. Just saying. I was hoping to get quite a bit more than we actually did. So now I'm feeling a little concerned. Also, I didn't put down my ice golem, which is my fault. So what we can do is play our ice golem before tome now. And get ready to go for this here. I'm actually going to overgrowth right here and go ahead and revive here. The idea is to try to drive the dragons at the town hall section. Oh, of course, I'm about to kill my Duke again. Where's my prince, man? How have I forgotten to play my damn prince? Every time. Like, there's something I'm forgetting on every one of these raids. We get a pre-trip on the rage tower, though. Which is kind of nice. But we have spellage. Okay, do a little redirection there. And that baby dragon was bad, wasn't it? Okay, well that's something, I guess. Totem. 2. 3s. It's possible. It's just time, right? I'm gonna freeze now. See if I can get the rocket loons onto the scatter shot. It's the only chance, right? Okay. It's a time fail. Yeah, it's a time fail. Unfortunate. Man. Astral says go wee wee is better. Love it. What? I just deleted my... What? Hold on. Why? I want to do one more. I'm feeling one more. 2 loons. And I had this and this. Confirm. Buy it. Okay. All right, we get one more. One more. Through the camp gets us sweepers and 2 air defenses. Okay. Beautiful. I'll take that for sure. Not bad. All right, he's killing the headhunters. Which is something. He dies early, though. We're going to poison up. Let that vibe over there. Play this. Like this. This. And then we're going to go in just a second. We will get ready to drop our overgrowth. Do this. And one more. Revive. Okay, he died. We still got to get to the town hall. It's making me nervous, man. I'm going to freeze those guys. Try to freeze everything. Hit him again. Freeze again. Oh, this is making me so nervous. I don't think we get this. Oh my god. Oh my god. We fail. It's a 1-star. How do we fail that bad? Well, that tells me to get off the video game. That tells me to sign off. Unlucky. No, that was just poorly executed. I guess I did not get enough value out of my Dragon Duke. He came back. I got a little bit more with him, but definitely not enough. That's a 1-star. That sucks. Okay, we're signing off on the 18 today. GG, well played. We did manage to get our promotion in our group. By the skin of our teeth, by the hair of our chinny chin chin, we got it done. We made it out. Holy cow. All right, now we're going to hop over and look at our 14. 14 is in good shape. We have been boosting our builders periodically just to make sure that we can get stuff going before bed. Like if something's going to come up at like 3 a.m., I'm going to put a builder potion just to make sure I can actually start the new thing so I don't lose like 8 hours of time, because making sure that your builders are constantly active during this Summer Jam quest for this month. Super, super important. Super, super important. You're going to get tremendous progression value if your builders are always active. It's partially why I don't necessarily recommend people upgrade their walls during these events. I say that because frequently we get some sort of a, bogus event where they throw 40 clone spells into our army or 50 golden dragons or something wild to where farming for loot becomes so easy that you don't need a wall discount to actually max your walls. I think that during this event, you should really be focusing on building time, not necessarily the discount of the, like, what it costs, right? Like, this number doesn't mean anything to me. None of these numbers, in terms of the amount that it costs to upgrade them, like the amount of gold or the amount of, none of that means anything. It's the time. I was able to get done my Eagle, my Infernos, and my Scatters during the first week. I also, did I do my Elixir storages? No, I haven't done those. I haven't done anything. I haven't done any storages. But this week, it's all been about offense. I've made sure to smash as many levels as possible on my pet house, which I finally got it all the way up to where I can upgrade the unicorn now. I think that came up last night. That means I've now diverted that builder into other elixir-based things. So anything related to offense, barracks, dark barracks, spell factory, dark spell factory, hero hall, big one, your blacksmith, which allows you to go 3 levels up on all of your equipment. Those are important things to upgrade. Very, very important things to upgrade. Notably, what I chose to do right off the rip is to do 3 of the most critical pieces of equipment that I use on a regular basis, which is the Fireball, the Rage Gem, and the action figure. Part of me does want to go ahead and go up for Magic Mirror level 21, though I've used it less and less. I've been leaning much more towards Giant Arrow openers, but on this count specifically, I've actually decided to invest in my healer puppet. And I'm kind of enjoying how it feels when you're able to get 3 extra healers in behind a Super Witch push. Not only do you have the 5 that you merge in from your Warden Fireball opener, those 5 healers transfer to Super Witches, but then you have your Queen, which has 3 healers that spawn as well, and they aren't necessarily all standing on one tile, so they can pick different targets a little bit and bounce around a little bit easier. So yeah, just make sure this week for the next, 4 days and some odd? 4 days, 11 hours, you're getting all of your elixir upgrades done. With that said, in 4 days and 11 hours, the event changes. And I think it changes to probably the most meaningful part of this entire month-long event, Dark Elixir discounts. What that means, you have at Town Hall 14, 4 heroes that are dependent on Dark Elixir to upgrade. That means that not only will they be cheaper, they will take less time. It will, I think, every single Dark Elixir upgrade, I think the math is something like 52% off of the time and resources. So the resources don't matter. The time matters. So I've told everyone that's inside of Dominantor to take next week and stop doing all improvements to the defenses on your base. Focus solely on putting all 5 heroes down. All 5 heroes. Yes, the Grand Warden is not a Dark Elixir hero, but guess what else is going on next week? Heroes can be upgraded and played while you're upgrading them. So there's a special thing going on next week where even if you upgrade a hero, you can still play it. That means you can still war. You can still do ranked. None of that is impeded. Very, 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 very important to take advantage of that. Very, very important to take advantage of that. All 5 heroes on, Tuesday morning, my time, like early in the wee hours of Tuesday morning next week. You want to make sure that all your builders are available to instantly smash all 5 heroes down. So yeah, how did you get the Royal Champion skin? It was part of a gold pass. I actually do my Warden now under Elixir Week. Well, yeah, I am doing my Warden now. So even though I can't play him right now, I decided that I was gonna start my Warden. But I had to wait first for my Hero Hall to upgrade. I just hit the beginning of Town Hall 14 right as the event was starting. So I focused on my gold stuff first, got some of my critical defenses done the first week, and then started the second week. I did my Hero Hall, used a few builder potions to get through this Hero Hall upgrade, even with the discounted time. And now I'm on Warden. My Warden is going to be upgrading perpetually until the end of July. So it'll be fascinating to see exactly, how long it takes me to max the Warden out. If I'm able to do it by the end of July, I hope so. I think that'll work out that way. I think so. I'll be able to get at least 2 more levels done on the Warden before the end of this event. Before the end of this week. And I'll put him up at level 53. And then I'll keep upgrading him even though the time isn't discounted next week. That should give me at least 2 more levels, the 55. And then the final week, he'll be discounted again. So there's 5 more levels that I can do. Maybe I don't quite finish. Maybe I do. I don't know. But this month is all about smashing hero level progression. If there's one thing that you're supposed to gather from this message is Tuesday of next week, when you wake up in the morning, figure out what that means for you, your time. It might be different. You might be in a wildly different time zone, like if you're in Asia or Europe. Figure out when the event's supposed to start, the Dark Elixir discounts start, and do your best to have all the builders that you plan to commit for heroes They're all available when you open the game. If that means that the night before you don't hit another upgrade, good, fine. You wake up in the morning, first thing you do, all the heroes. Bip, 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 done. And you say, good night, sleep tight. I'm going to keep going with the Frosty. Frosty, let me see. Is that a good idea to do that right now, 14 hours? I think I can work out a better timing if I instead do one level on the Diggy first. Okay. Yeah, because tomorrow that would mean that 14 hours plus that. Okay. Nice. Okay. Also should be noted that my hero boost has ended for both my 14 and my 15. I did get some really great ore bonuses on the front end. I'm looking at upgrading my action figure to level 24 next, but I'm strangely, for the first time, lacking starry ore. So I'm going to have to, keep my nose to the grindstone with war, regular war, picking up the starry ore in the raid metal shop every single week. Can you see the CWL? We've already spun a new war. I don't know if I can bring that up. My clan. War log. Yeah, we made 3rd place. We hit 3rd place. We put up, okay, notably though, put up more stars this time. Put up 321 stars. So, when I see this, Crystal 3 was a different animal. I really think that going from Crystal 3 to Crystal 2 was a night and day experience. We went from seeing clans that were barely active or sorely underleveled and just not really caring about the game to Crystal 2, where it's like, no, our opponents, there's a much stronger possibility that our opponents care about playing, and they go for it. So why is Frosty costing less to upgrade? Frosty is not costing less to upgrade right now. He will cost less to upgrade next week when the Dark Elixir discount starts. I was looking at the timer on what the upgrade time would have been. Frosty is a day 14 hours. When I do that math in my head, that would mean that it would be 6 in the morning when that would come up, and I'm not up at 6. So if I did this one first, Diggy, 4 hours plus a day means tomorrow night at 8:30-ish. And then if I go 14 hours from there, that means that like 11 o'clock, 10 a.m., 11 a.m. the next day, one day plus 10 a.m., 11 a.m. I'm just thinking about how some of the upgrades land. So if I can do one that's slightly shorter, then I know what 14 plus, one day plus 14 from there is. Frosty's less dark than Diggy to level 1. Yeah, Diggy. Oh, yeah. I think, as a general rule, the pets at level 1 become more and more expensive. If you look at Yak, if I upgrade Yak to level 6, 64,000 dark. Diggy to level 1 was 72. You see how this looks? Lassie to level 6 is 48,000. The Yak level 6 is 64,000. So the later the pet, so pet house level goes up, you get the new pet. The newer the pet, getting towards the end of the list, the more expensive it is for level 1 and then subsequent levels. Wish I had that many potions. I probably had like 15 max I can find. How many potions? We're talking about potions. My heroes are just so behind that I'm using up CWL medals. Yes, Brooks, that's also a really good point to make. Thank you for saying that too. Now would be a reasonable time to go into the league shop and purchase builder potions. However, I would hold off using them until next week when the Dark Elixir thing starts, and you can focus those builder potions on your heroes. Think about it. If you can put 5 heroes down at Town Hall 14 all at once, and you pop builder potions where They're already getting 52% off of the time. You pop builder potions on top of that. You could feasibly do like 3 heroes on each hero in a day if you focused a little bit. And then, yeah, Brooke says, I'm going to use them all. I'm going to use them all the last week so my Warden gets the reduction as well. Yeah, I mean, I'll be doing my Warden constantly no matter what. Warden's sleeping until the end of July or until he's maxed out for the Town Hall. My builders are not going to be doing defensive things. There is one exception to this that I probably should insert. I haven't yet built my monolith, but I'm waiting for the Dark Elixir discounts because the monolith, if you're not aware, does cost Dark Elixir to build and upgrade. So I do want to build it during the Dark Elixir event. I think, you know, what I might do is not upgrade the Warden next week until I finish my monolith. Because the monolith is important. You need to have your signature defense for your Town Hall. You really do. Brooke says, same. Nice. TC, should I upgrade my Town Hall to benefit from Summer Jam? All my buildings are finished, but heroes have a combined 40 levels to go. I mean, it's up to you. And like what your clan is going to be okay with. You know, is your clan going to be, you know, fine with you rushing? It's up to you. If you're saying your buildings are finished, wait a minute. We're coming to the end of the Elixir week. And then it'll be Dark Elixir for the next 2 weeks. My logic says don't upgrade now. Stay where you're at and smash all the hero levels. If you have 40 combined levels to go, just stay where you're at and finish your heroes. In the next 2 weeks, you can probably make fantastic progress with that. But without seeing your individual case, I mean, maybe like say 1 or 2 heroes is much higher than others, and you'll finish those first. But then, you know, maybe there's other things to do. I'm not sure. I'll be using builder potions, research potions, and pet potions. Won't go out of my way to buy those and do all of them during week 3. I think builder potions being purchased from the metal shop is probably one of the best value buys that you can do. Research potions also perhaps. You can, in theory, if you've just started a town hall, justify using research potions to get ahead at the beginning of the town hall, making sure that your core army is leveled. But say you're already halfway through a town hall, or if you've been in that town hall for 2-3 months, chances are you've leveled the stuff that you already like to play, and you can slow roll the things that you're not necessarily, you know, reaching for every other day to use in one of a handful of strategies that you like. How much different is Hammer Jam compared to this event? Hammer Jam is 50% off, and it lasts a month, and it's 50% off everything. Someone in the chat will have to clear it up whether or not Hammer Jam includes supercharges and temporary defense, or if that's similar to Summer Jam in that Summer Jam, there are no discounts for supercharges or seasonal defenses at Town Hall 18. But it is better than Summer Jam. Hammer is 50% by itself without other boosts. Last 2 weeks and no temporary defenses are not included. Oh, it lasts 2 weeks. Okay, so the Hammer Jam is going to last 2 weeks. So I guess looking back at it, Summer Jam is it's a longer event, but each week is a theme, right? Gold first, Elixir second, Dark Elixir third, and then fourth week, everything. Hammer Jam, as far as I know, is everything is half off time and cost for the duration of the event. And Elmo's saying it's 2 weeks. Seeing how Supercell is doing things now, Town Hall 16 and below might get 70% off. That would be crazy. That would be screaming for me to just shoot up to Town Hall. You know, there's no doubt in my mind that we reach Town Hall 16 by the end of the year. The question is, will I reach Town Hall 17 by the end of the year? Don't forget, Summer Jam wasn't this good before. It was only 25% in about 10 days per quest. And Summer Jam did not include walls. That's interesting to know. Hammer Jam comes before new Town Hall release. Yes. Yeah, so Hammer Jam is supposed to be like, all right, just so everyone, you know, this new Town Hall is about to come out, but, you know, if you're almost there, you're almost max, get back in the game and grind, you know, and it gets people hyped up again. Really good strategy, honestly, by the devs to kind of like incentivize players to come back to the game. And then just after they've made a bunch of progress, new Town Hall drops and they get to see all this new stuff. And there's, you know, instantly, you know, they've prepped the community by bringing more eyes in with a juicy event like Hammer Jam. And then now that everyone's there, they see the new stuff. And they're like, oh, I know, I definitely want to grind and get to that level now, you know? Definitely. So anyways, guys, that is going to do it. I appreciate you watching today. We will be back on Sunday. I have a pool excursion tomorrow. I'll be enjoying that with friends. And yeah, Sunday, at least at this moment, I don't plan on streaming tomorrow because pool excursion means middle of the afternoon is when we're all going to be together, laying out by the pool, having some food and drink, you know, doing the proper summer thing. I remember I saw a not too long ago, and the guy was like, you know, you might be saying to yourself, you should be riding right now. And the guy was like, but it's summertime. You should go outside and enjoy the summertime. And when I saw that, I was like, you know, that guy's absolutely right. I'm getting too old not to go outside and enjoy time with friends just because I feel like I have to come back and do work or stream. I should be doing the stuff that really matters, which is spending time with friends and family, having real fun, you know, touching grass. So if that's you this summer and you maybe haven't got out too much, you should put down the video game and go enjoy a Saturday out. V. Wyson Nonchalant, is this your regular stream time? Yes, I'm typically streaming between 2 and 4 p.m. Eastern USA. Usually going for about 2, sometimes about 2.5 hours. Kind of depends on what I'm trying to get done, but 2 to 2.5 hours. And I stream content at the Town Hall 14 and 15 level. In this clan, we are accepting at this time at Town Hall 12 through 13, but next month that range is going to be shifted up probably to 13 through 16. And then my Town Hall 18 is in Legend 2, and we promoted to whatever that league is today. We promoted to the first modifier league today, which feels pretty good. Anyways, I got to go, guys. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Have a good day. Go touch grass. See you later.